In this session, I'll be talking about aneurysm, mainly cerebral aneurysm, and the causes, types, and the diagnostic evaluation and the treatments. And at last, I'll talk about the complications. So, what is an aneurysm? So, aneurysm is a bulge in an artery or the vein, usually caused by a weakening of the blood vessel wall. That's called aneurysm. Usually, the aneurysms can be harmless as long as they won't rupture, and they probably won't cause any problems. However, sometimes the aneurysm can burst because of the vessel wall is weakened. This can be very dangerous and cause bleeding, even death. We will see what are the symptoms the patient will exhibit if the patient has an aneurysm. So first and foremost thing is headache. The patient will have the worst headache in their lifetime, and also will have dizziness, nausea and vomiting, high or low BP, and low GCS. The patient may confused, or the patient may drowsy, and also will have some visual problems. If the patient will get visual problems, so we should keep in mind that like the aneurysm, which is in a blood vessel that will supply the blood to the eyes. So in that case the patient will get the visual problems. So the visual problems mainly the blurred vision or the double vision. So we'll see what are the causes of the aneurysm. So mainly the weakening of the blood vessels. As I told earlier, if there is any weakening of the blood vessels, like we know, the blood vessel has two layers, muscle layer and the elastic layer. If any deformities in any one of these layers, so any weakening or deformities, it can cause aneurysm. Next one is hypertension, that is increase in the blood pressure. The next one is atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis, it's a plaque formation. If any plaques forms in the inside the blood vessels, that can cause pressure inside the blood vessel and cause the bulging. That's aneurysm. Then next one is inflammation of the smooth muscles, like vasculitis. So here we can see the two types of aneurysm, that is saccular aneurysm and the fusiform aneurysm. And we can see the ruptured aneurysm as well. So the saccular aneurysm is the most commonest aneurysm, which is also called berry type aneurysm. As the name itself, the saccular aneurysm, see, it's like a sac, and it's usually formed at the bifurcation or the Y formation when a large blood vessel split into two vessels. So that's formed at the division of the a blood vessels, and which is divides into two branches or the parts it's forming. See, you can see here. How we will diagnose a person who has aneurysm? So the first thing is in the CT scan, it will give a clear idea, clear picture of the aneurysm, or for more clear evidence we'll do MRI or MRI, and the advanced technique is angiogram or arteriogram. In the angiogram, what they will do is they'll inject a dye through a thin flexible tube which is placed in an artery, and this dye will make the blood vessels visible on the X-ray. This this will be done in two ways. They'll be do this one either through the femoral artery or through the radial artery, that is transradial. After diagnosing the aneurysm, what the neurosurgeons will do? So the aneurysms are either ruptured or unruptured. So in case of ruptured aneurysm, they'll do a surgery, that's clipping, to close up the aneurysm, and the neurosurgeon will remove a small part of the skull, which is craniectomy, to access the aneurysm. Then they place a tiny metal clip. This is called clipping. So next one is flow diverters. So what they will do in flow diverters, they are diverting the blood flow from the aneurysm sac. Then the flow diversion done by the endovascular coiling or by stenting. In endovascular coiling, they are inserting a microcatheter through the catheter, which is placed in the femoral or radial artery, and these coils are attached to the microcatheter. and they're using a electric current to separate the coil from the catheter. Then the coils are seal of the aneurysm. So this is a physical obstruction method. So what the coils are doing is, these coils will clot the blood inside the aneurysm sac and it seal of the aneurysm. Sometimes they are inserting a stent because some aneurysm with a wide neck requires a stent to hold the coils in place. So as I told you, this is a micro clip which is clipping the aneurysm. So this is endovascular coiling. See, the coils are placed here. Then after placing the coils, if any foreign body with the blood, it's a tendency to clot. So here there'll be a clot formation and gradually it will heal off. So this is a stenting. This is a stent which is placed in the artery. What are the potential complications for an aneurysm patient? The patient will have bleeding, may have vasospasm, hydrocephalus, and hyponatremia. I forgot to add medical management. So, if the aneurysm cannot be treated surgically, the doctors they'll add some medication and will manage medically. The main medications are, as I mentioned earlier, the patient will have the worst headache, so they'll add some pain relievers, paracetamol, dihydrocodeine, and fentanyl, etc. And they'll add calcium channel blockers. So the widely used calcium channel blocker is nimodipine. They'll use verapamil also, and they'll use to instill the verapamil IV during the angiogram. So, but regularly they'll add nimodipine, and they'll add to treat the hyponatremia. They'll add serum sodium. They'll add IV sodium or in a tablet form, or and they will add stool softeners to avoid the straining that will cause ICP. It will cause a further damage. The ICP increases, it will cause a further damage in the brain. That will secondary brain injury will can happen for the patient. So we'll see how this calcium channel blockers will help in the vasospasm. So, what is the calcium channel blockers will do is, they'll keep the calcium in the extracellular space, and it will restrict the flow from the extracellular space to the intracellular space. So, where is the calcium now? Now the calcium is in the extracellular space. So, it will help to make up the blood vessels, and that calcium will prevent the blood vessel from the vasospasm. I'm stopping this video right here. If I left any points, you can comment below in the comment section. I'll be back with another session. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.